It's Monday, May 26, 2014, and let's talk about what happened this weekend over at xdadevelopers.com. I'll be honest, it was a bit of a slow weekend. Being a holiday weekend, I think that's what we all expected. We didn't see any device update stories hit the portal, but there were still a few stories out there that I found pretty interesting, so let's get started. First up, in some exciting news, Sony has finally released the kernel source files for the Xperia M2, a mid-range device that came out earlier this year. They also put out the source files for the M2 Dual, so if you own either of those devices and want to see what makes them tick, or if you've just been waiting for the source to start your own development project with it maybe, head on over to Sony's Developer World open source archive for the details there. And speaking of Sony devices, one of the newest ones, the Xperia Z2, has a pretty major improvement over previous Xperia devices in terms of speakers. It comes with stereo speakers when a lot of the current devices still only come with mono speakers. Now, unfortunately, Sony apparently missed some things when it came to stereo audio playback on the Z2, so stereo playback doesn't really work appropriately everywhere. So things like ringtones, notification sounds, they're still mono. XDA senior member Olakos didn't care for this, so he's made a mod to take care of it. This mod adds in stereo support for notifications, ringtones, speakerphone calls, as well as boosting the volume output through headphones. And he's working on boosting volume through Bluetooth, though I'm not sure how that's going to work out. So if you've got the Z2 and you want to check this out, head on over to his forum thread for all the details as well. Another interesting modification of sorts came out this weekend. It's actually more of a standalone app, but it works in conjunction with just about any other app that uses the clipboard. It's called In-App Translator, and it's based off of the Microsoft Translator app, which allows it to translate text into 45 different languages. Basically, it just keeps an eye on your device's clipboard and automatically translate whatever hits that clipboard into your target language of choice. So while this may not be terribly useful for translating what someone has said to you, it could be very handy if you quickly wanted to translate whatever it is you want to say into a different language for somebody else. The link to pick it up over on Google Play can be found in the portal post. And the last few stories were all Google and sort of developer related, so I thought I'd mention them and kind of lump them together here at the end. As you may remember, Google announced Android Wear a couple of months ago, and some Wear devices are coming in the very near future, so app developers should probably start preparing for it by adding support to their apps for it. Well, apparently a lot of people had that same thought, so Google went ahead and put out a video tutorial to help you familiarize yourself with the notification APIs that you can use to display rich content on Wear devices, as well as providing some different actions to Wear users. If you're interested in learning more about that, you can, of course, find the link to the Android developers blog post, as well as watching the entire video through the portal post over on the XDA site. Now, additionally, Google posted some interesting updates to Google Search this weekend. First up, you can actually set reminders now entirely using your voice. So you could, for example, say, "Okay, Google, remind me to make more videos." And then a wizard pops up that allows you to finish making that reminder. Additionally, if you've booked a car rental for maybe an upcoming trip of some sort, you can say, "When is my car reservation?" And assuming you actually have information on that somewhere in your linked Gmail account, it should find it and display all of that relevant information for you. It definitely goes a long way to show just how much can be accomplished just by updating the back end without actually having to push out any app updates. But you know what, that's really about all I've got for you today. Like I said, it was a bit of a short weekend. Remember, the links to all the stories that I talked about can always be found down in the video description below, as well as the links to my YouTube channels. And I actually just uploaded a video this evening on my main channel unboxing this little guy. It's an Epson label maker that you can control over Bluetooth with your smartphone or tablet of choice. Also, remember to hit that like button down below the video if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to receive all of our content as soon as it becomes available. Thanks so much for watching though, and I will see you next time.